Hello and welcome back to the Outpost. As you can see, I've got my launch platform and work area set up. More floodlights here just to keep it light, the paving stone, some yellow wool, and this over here, this is just wood, and this is stained glass, which is from Mine Factory Reloaded. It's just glass panes and ceramic dye, which is a dye and a piece of clay. And these are just stained glass blocks. So first off, we're going to get started and do some rocket science. So I'm just going to put a crafting table down here, just because, for aesthetic purposes. So the first thing we need to do for rocket science is we need what's called a NASA workbench. This is lead, Invar, electrum, and a crafting table. So lead, Invar, and electrum. So come over here, do the little cheaty thing. Crafting table. This was, that was lead, Invar, and electrum should give me one NASA workbench. Excellent. So this is used for rocket building. We're just going to plant it down right there. Okay, apparently I can't plant it down. It takes a lot of space, apparently too much for where I had it. So, kind of a cool looking model. Right-click it, and it shows you for rocket building. Now there's a whole bunch of parts, and you just need to fit the parts into the workbench. So, a rocket, tier 1 rocket, with storage chests. So we want tier 1 rocket, nose cone, a bunch of this heavy duty plating, an engine, and some rocket fins. Now if we wanted a chest, it's just you add some chests over there as well and you get a rocket. So nose cone, more heavy duty plating, redstone torch, tail fins, heavy duty plating, and Invar. So to make a rocket you need, what was that, 3 and 4 per, so that's 16, 19, 27 heavy plating, and so 31 heavy plating. And heavy plating, it's Invar, copper, and tin. So I'm going to make a bunch of heavy plating. Invar, tin, and copper. Which order was it in? Invar on top, okay. I think heavy plating is also used for some of the other recipes we have, so having a bit excess heavy plating is not a horrible thing. So now that we've got the heavy plating, we can make the nose cone, which is a redstone torch, which is your standard, And of course redstone is like the one thing I forgot to bring. One nose cone, excellent. Tail fins, 2 Invar and 4 heavy plating on each side. So Invar, and then I need a rocket, which is flint and steel, which I'll need to get because I forgot the flint. Actually, did I? Yep, I forgot flint. Okay, that's easy enough. Heavy plating, a tin canister, which is that, a oxygen vent, which is lead and tin. Okay, that's not horrible. And a button, which I think, yes, I did remember to bring stone for a button. Oh, there's flint. Cool, so I should be able to do everything. Okay, so button. Flint and steel. There we go. Oxygen vent, which is lead and tin. Nope, so lead, tin, tin, tin. Oxygen vent. Nope, tin canister, that's right. Okay, so rocket engine, tin canister, oxygen vent, button, flint and steel, and there we go. And then I got a bunch of leftover plating. So come over to the workbench, put the rocket, and there I can pull a rocket out, although I forgot to put the chests in it, so. And I need more wood for chests. I'll be right back. Okay, grab the chests. Tier 1 rocket. Haha. If you look, it's actually kind of funny just seeing yourself holding it over your head. Now, the thing about rockets is you need somewhere to launch it from. So I need a launching pad. Launch pad. Rocket launch pad. 3 blocks of iron and 3 Ingvar ignits will get you 9 of them. You need 9 to create a launch pad. So I should have enough iron. 1, 2, 3. And then Ingvar. 9. Nope. 9 launch pads. And then when you put them down, when you get the last one, it turns into a rocket, into a launch pad. Then you place the rocket on it. Hey, how's that? That's pretty cool. Right click and you get in, and you get this little interface. Unfortunately, my power armor kind of stitched through the rocket. You see over on the left a little height gauge, controls for angle. At this point, with the current state of the mod, there's no real reason to turn left or right, but I believe some of the later planned stuff will have you be able to fly through space. There's an inventory window, as you can see here, inventory, and this thing up here called fuel. Obviously, rockets require fuel. So we need to get this thing fueled up, because otherwise it can't launch, as you can see. So for that, we need a fuel loader, which is hardened glass, some lead, a machine frame, and a redstone reception cell. Which I believe I did not grab the hardened glass. Alright, back in a second. Okay, fuel loader. So this is just a block in the world. You place it down, and it's got an input and an output. I believe the black one is the input. So this is where you would load fuel into it. So if I do it like that, now as you see, it connects to the rocket launch bay. Currently it's telling me has no power and has no fuel. So to get fuel for Galacticraft, you need a refinery. Now, I believe you can use... Can you use the... Yeah, so you need rocket fuel, which can only be got by the Galacticraft refinery, which is not this one. This is the Buildcraft one, but this block right here, which is a copper canister, some stone, redstone, reception cell, machine frame, and lead. So, I'll just... Now, I imagine the copper canister is probably the same as the tin one. Yep, there we go. Copper canister, machine frame, redstone reception cell. Good thing I went back and got that redstone. 2 stone and the lead. So stone refinery. Okay. So I believe, yep. So this requires oil. Just have to remember how to get this to work. I was experimenting with it. So I need some power. Because all these things require power, so I'm just going to toss a tesseract down here, and then it should. Yep, so right now it's just saying no oil and no fuel to load. So come over here, and I've got my ender tank for oil. Now, there are 2 versions of oil in the current world generation. There is a Galacticraft oil and Buildcraft oil. Galacticraft oil tends to spawn low in the ground at like height level 20 or something. And Buildcraft oil spawns pretty much anywhere. It's mainly on the surface I've seen. They are interchangeable at the current time. You know, that may change depending on the version, but they are interchangeable. So, whack that. And I need a lever. Yep. So, we're now pumping oil into the refinery. I've got to go turn the tanks back on over here. You should. Okay, so in theory that is pumping oil. Yep, definitely loads it. Yep, we've now got a full thing of oil. So if we click refine, why is it idle? Oh, I know why, because I did not turn the power on. There we go. It's now refining oil. So eventually this bar will fill up, and then we'll get some fuel. Now you could, if you had a bucket here, get it out with a bucket. But because I've got it directly connected to a fuel loader, it should just pump over directly into the fuel loader. Just give it another moment. Now, all these machines will run off Buildcraft power. There are... Galacticraft, I think, has like batteries you can build and something like that. They're not very efficient at all. Especially with my power network, I'll just connect it to the power network, and that's much more efficient. Nope, I've got fuel. Now, why is it not transferring? Should be. I wonder if I need to put like a liquid up there, so... I'm going to rearrange the setup, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, a little bit of rearranging the machines, and as you can see, it's now having fuel pumped out and going into the fuel loader. And this is real simple. Once it has fuel in it, you click load, and it will start loading into the rocket, which if I get inside, you'll see, slowly building up fuel. It takes a lot of fuel. I don't remember exactly how many buckets of oil equivalently it takes, but it takes quite a bit. So, one thing about Galacticraft machines is they have, on the side, they have blocks which are, they have little markers. One is always black, and the other is usually some other color, either yellow or orange or something else. The black side is always the input side. So this is now running, which is cool. We need a couple other things before we prepare to go to the moon. We need oxygen systems. So oxygen. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff related to oxygen. So far, I have an oxygen mask. That's cool, but I don't have any air yet. So I need some oxygen gear, which is oxygen pipes, and an oxygen concentrator. Oxygen pipes are real easy. They're just glass panes. Concentrator is a tin canister, some tin ingots, Invar, and this oxygen vent. So we will whip those up real quick. Tin, yep, okay, so and oxygen vent, tin canister, that's right. Tin canister, and nope. Invar and tin. Oxygen collector or concentrator. Grab some of these. Made some oxygen pipes. Get you 4 of them per craft. You need 5 for the mechanism. Oxygen gear, excellent. Throw this in the inventory, and you should be able to, yep, you can kind of see it on my back. If I take my chest plate off, you can definitely see it. The cape you see is because I did donate to Galacticraft, and if you donate, you get capes. So, put chest plate back on. Now I need oxygen tanks. They have heavy, light, medium. They're all roughly the same recipe. They're all canisters, lead, and usually a different color wool. This one is obviously much smaller, and this one is bigger. So I forgot the wool, so I'm going to go ahead and go grab that. I'm going to make the heavy ones just because why not? So I will be back in a moment. Okay, got the wool, got the tin canisters, and some lead. Now one thing you'll notice that's slightly annoying in my inventory, tin canisters do not stack. So at this point, oxygen tanks are empty, but I can throw them on my back. Pull this off, and you can see, oh, wrong one. There we go. Excellent. So again, more oxygen stuff. I need a couple more things. First off, to fill my tanks, I'm going to need an oxygen compressor. Machine block, redstone reception cell, oxygen concentrator, which is this same recipe again. So, tin canister. Tin, lead. Invar, canister, tin, oxygen compressor. Redstone reception cell, machine frame. Okay, so oxygen compressor, lead on the outside, machine frame, oxygen compressor. Excellent. So the way this works is it simply gathers oxygen, and it can be used to fill tanks. Now, since I'm in the overworld, there's oxygen all around. Later, it's a little bit trickier because you have to supply it with oxygen. But for the meantime, I can just take one of my tanks. Why? Should be getting oxygen. Maybe it requires a redstone signal. Oh, probably requires an oxygen collector. So we'll make one of these quickly. I'll need one for the moon anyway. Oxygen concentrator, machine frame. Ooh, fan. This is a new one. Invar gear and some Invar bars. So 2, 3 Invar Deer, Invar bars, and redstone. Excellent. Okay, oxygen vent, compressor. Oxygen vent, and the compressor also requires a vent, I believe. Yeah, okay. So I need another tin can. Then is this lead? No, it's Invar. Yep. Okay. I need another vent. Okay. Machine frame and a redstone cell. So. Machine frame and redstone cell. Excellent. Now, oxygen collector. Oh, that's, yep, those are lead. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fan. Redstone reception cell. Oxygen collector. This device simply is, if you place it in the world, it will collect oxygen. Currently, it's telling me it needs power, which is fine. Just come over here, give it power. Oh, got to turn the output on. Okay, so, yep, active, getting power. Now, since this is the overworld, it's just pulling oxygen from anywhere. So, to connect it, you need an oxygen pipe. Why? Oh, because I've got this the wrong way. We'll just flip this around. There we go. Oxygen pipe is now connecting. Aha. We now have oxygen inside it. Fill it up, and there we go. It's slowly filling the tank. Excellent. Again, the little black one is the input always. I wonder why it has the fan on the side. You see, this one has the fan, and it's sucking oxygen, and you can see with the little sparkles. Okay, so I'm going to let my oxygen tanks fill up. I'm going to get some other machines built up in the meantime. And I think when I come back, I'm going to get an interesting looking solution to get my to get the goodies I need into the rocket. So I will be back next episode. Like, share, and favorite this, and have fun.